Basically for this project, I was looking for something that, in a sense, was already written. Already written and short and a recognizable figure. Abraham Lincoln's very recognizable. The Gettysburg Address is rather short. Well, what I'm really looking for is to figure out the process from researching historical photographs and then creating that model and then using motion capture to bring them back to life. In that historical record, we're missing little pieces. I like the challenge of putting them back in place.
So the project is Lincoln giving his shortest address, the Gettysburg Address. And it is a fascinating piece. We have accounts of how it went down, but what's key in scenarios like that is finding the overlay between the actor's connection to the piece and trying to recreate at least a sketch of the history of that piece and how it actually took place.
One of the reasons why I chose the approaches that I have are mostly cost. I mean, doing something with off-the-shelf stuff, the inexpensive connects, the software that's, like $300. The barrier is way lower. It's just figuring out how to put the pieces together in the way that will give you the best result.
For me, it is always the excitement of working with actors and creating a performance that is meaningful, and I'm always excited by the challenge of the limitations. We can't have arms so close together. Arms can't be behind the back, or if they move, it needs to be in a certain way. Really starts locking in limitations for an actor who might be trying to emotionally find their way to a piece. While I want to satisfy the technology's needs to capture the things, to create a beautiful three-dimensional rendering, my real goal and challenge was to be there in the moment with the actor.
No, I'm not an actor. In the slightest. I work for a software company. I develop software. I've given speeches like that before, behind a podium, and it was similar to that, where I had to stand in one place and restrict my movements. That was actually difficult. I thought it was great and unexpected that the technology was so accessible. Motion capture technology has come along so far that it's accessible to filmmakers like Andy.
The problem solving is what has always made me enjoy working on shorts and that type of thing, is when you're looking at trying to do a thing on a budget that's way smaller than it should be. But if you can get close for way smaller, then that's still pretty cool. You've succeeded. The cleverness in that moment, the rush of that feeling is what I love.